Welcome to Channel AMAC, your insight to the Australian visa system. Good day everyone, my name is Carl Young, your online YouTube visa consultant. Are you interested in migrating to Australia? Why don't you consider to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell on the side, so once all the updates and news, you'll be the first one getting all the insight. Alright, I think it was yesterday, yes. The New South Wales government, the state of New South Wales, has announced the so-called the state migration plan, which I think it's really weird. I think it's more in conjunction to the whole state of development rather than a migration plan, because the reason I'm saying this is because, look, migration plan is usually set by the federal government. That means the Department of Home Affairs. They set the quotas, they set what sort of skills they require, they provide the quota to the state, and the state then provide some sort of criteria to actually filter whoever that they want. So there's not much that the state government could actually do. But anyway, they have done it. New South Wales just done it. So why don't we just talk about it? Okay. All right, so you may find this web page. Just basically do a Google on New South Wales State Migration Plan, and as I said, it's more about the New South Wales Skill Plan, because you click on this, it's talking about how the TAFE, the institutions, how they're going to develop the training and develop the talents for the state as an entire. So this is just part of its entire plan, and they talk about the migration. So might as well just read them through. So New South Wales State Migration Plan set out a priority of migration, including its important role meeting skills need in areas of critical shortage, and so on and so forth. So New South Wales received large share of national net overseas migration. Yeah, it does, but it hasn't really been doing much in compared to Victoria, because they have set too many criteria, especially they have 12 or 14 different regions. They all have different skills lists. It's getting too complicated. I recall back 2 years ago, I have actually criticized one of New South Wales nominating criteria, which require EOI go up to more than 110 points. It's just nuts. No one's gonna do it, and everybody agrees though. Anyway, the first New South Wales State Migration Plan. Oh yeah, it's the first one. I don't know why they're doing that, because it's supposed to be set by the Department of Home Affairs. Our strategic priorities of migration, including important role of managing skills. And let's go on. And they set out a plan for 2024 to 2020. How on earth they can actually do that? Look, I've done this channel in reason because migration policy changes all the time. How can they set a plan for 4 years? I mean, immigration doesn't even set plan for 4 years. They can set for numbers, but the plan for what sort of skill is just too hard. For example, if the point test system changes on 1st July, how are they gonna, rely on this 4-year plan? So I'm not too sure how this will actually work, but let's have a look, okay? So I've expanded all the information here. You may want to do your own readings. It says target migration can help address workforce need priority industry. Well, I agree with that. But it's more of national things. So they need 6 critical skills area identified in New South Wales skills plan. So there's construction, so people come to build, okay? But the problem now is for people to study, carpentries and things like that, you probably don't even get student visa. You get rejected straight away. So I'm not sure how New South Wales can actually control that, and in fact, they cannot control that. Net zero energy transition, I agree with that. Care and support economy, digital cyber, agriculture, agri-food, advanced manufacturing. Regional-based skill planning is key, ensuring support regional economy. Now, first of all, reading all that, what's that different to what the Department of Home Affairs require? I think immigration requires the same thing. So I'm not too sure that why they put that. It's basically can be maybe just good looking, Probably. All right. The second one says the Australian New South Wales government seeks strengthening migration system, boosting productivity and meeting skill shortage. Yeah, they talked about that 20 years back. Meeting skill shortage in regional area. Yeah, we know that. Which program doesn't do that? Making migration system faster, efficient, and fair. Now look. They can do that, they can make it quicker, but the problem, the delay is always on the federal side. For example, a lot of people still got delay on 190, 189, and 482. Now, can the New South Wales state government make it quicker? No, they don't have authority to do that. So I'm not too sure why they've put that down. Strengthening social cohesion, yeah, multiculturalism, addressing long-term demographic challenges, improving coordinating education. Doesn't provide much of a policies there. Now, last but not least, the national multi-year planning model will align migration effort across all levels of government. Really? Government always talk the beautiful talks, but will they work? Now, attract, outreaching, retention strategy, engagement, consulting with key. Well, they always say, of course, they consult with key stakeholders. Now, the problem is, do they listen and do what the stakeholders told them to do? That's another question. All right, integrating migration plan process, the whole government plan. Skill assessment, qualification recognition, support migrants, work together, outstanding use visa product, meet jurisdiction, working together two-way data, and you can download this plan, and that looks like just this, and it's the exact contents of what I just read. So, look, it's pretty vague. As I said, a state government set a 4-year migration plan. It won't work because the rule and the basis and the policy and regulation is set by federal government. How would it's like the framework is done by the federal government. How can you set for 4 years while you know the actual overarching framework changes all the time? So I'm not too sure what New South Wales state government want to do. I think politically they are just announcing it, make it look really cool and new. And as you see, the content is pretty vague and it doesn't tell you much apart from actual policies. Anyway, I hope they actually deliver something more useful in the future. What is your thought? You may leave your comment right down below. And I'll see you next video. Goodbye.